Good afternoon, everyone. We're delighted that you're with us for this afternoon's webinar with Creating the Perfect Home with Maria Lee. Hello, Maria.
Hello, how are y'all?
All right. Hello, Macy.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah. So we're going to have a nice afternoon, and we're delighted that you're joining us. We're recording this afternoon, and this will be for playback on our website. So we're glad that we have some guests on, and we'll take questions at the end. You can type your questions in, send those in. Macy will get those, and we'll read those off at the end. But again, welcome. We have an exciting day, an exciting opportunity to learn from a real expert with us, Maria Lee. Maria, you have been with us for 10 years.
Yes, 10 years this August.
I met Maria and we were working together at our sister community, Brazos Towers at Bayou Manor. And Maria has been with us, has done a great job as our design coordinator for the Hallmark, as well as other aspects of her work with Brazos Presbyterian Homes. And Macy, welcome to you. You are our work for the Lee Group, which helps us with our websites and collaterals and all of our media. And thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm proud to serve as co-host with you and Maria tonight. And as you mentioned, the Lee Group is a marketing partner for the Hallmark and has been for several years. And you, Mike, are a true expert in the senior living industry. I know you've worked with many communities across the nation for more than a few decades. So we're pleased to have you as our host tonight with your expertise and background. I know you'll be walking us through a presentation, and Maria, as design coordinator, has so much to share from an interior design and personalization standpoint. So looking forward to a great conversation.
Good. Thank you. Thanks for helping us and being a host with us tonight. Maria, you are an expert. I know that you are a design expert, and the Houston Chronicle saw that in you, and they featured you in a recent article, which is nice, showcasing all your work. This picture, where are you in this picture?
In this picture, thank you, Mike. In this picture, we are actually in my design center. And as you can see behind me, I have some samples behind me as well. And we are at our sample table. And I displayed a few looks that we had there for you for that photographer for the Houston Chronicle.
And this table, this is where you sit down with our future residents and begin building. If they're going to be doing customizations, personalization, you sit down with them and allow them to just pick from all the many samples that you have. And oftentimes it starts with the kitchen cabinetry, right?
That's right. Yes. And, the good thing is it's not an overwhelming process. I typically will set some things out for them, ask them some questions, and really help guide them through the process and try to make it as easy and as fun as possible.
Well, good. So we'll get into the details of this. I want to talk a little bit first about the Hallmark. We have celebrated more than 50 years in business. We're part of Brazos Presbyterian Homes, which is a nonprofit group based in Houston with 2 communities in Houston and one in Longhorn Village, which is in Austin. So one of the larger providers for senior care in Texas, and just an outstanding organization. Here are some pictures of the Hallmark, some beautiful images, both our front door. This is the Heritage Building. We also have a Legacy Tower where we have 1 and 2 bedroom style residences, along with various common area space that you see on the bottom there. We happen to offer the largest apartment residences in Houston. And as Maria, you and I were discussing yesterday, we likely offer the most personalization of anyone in our market. And that makes for some very custom community homes here at our community.
That's exactly right. Yes, we certainly do.
What is this, Maria? Tell us what this is. This is your little masterpiece.
Yes, this is a masterpiece apartment, as we would call it, in our Hallmark building, Heritage Building. And this was a project that I just loved being a part of and enjoyed so much doing this. But we built this apartment with so many wonderful upgrades so that people would have an opportunity to walk through this apartment and see what was a possibility in their future homes. And so this was such a fun experience to be part of.
You went furniture shopping, if I recall, correct?
I did. So I worked with a few other designers, and we went to the largest furniture store in the world. It literally is the largest. It's a campus, really, and just had a lot of fun with your credit card.
This is in North Carolina, and you happen to find a highboy that is like 5 stories tall.
Yeah,
and someone snapped that picture with you there.
I'm the yellow dot.
Yeah, I was not there. I just heard about this exciting trip, but you were able to just sit down with a local designer there and pick the furnishings for that apartment 404, correct?
Yeah, so we took a floor plan with us and had some help at the furniture store as well as a local designer. And together we were able to purchase everything needed for this apartment in about a day and a half. So it was the fastest shopping trip we have ever been a part of, but longest, but we got everything that we needed in that trip. And there I am, lost in rugs. Yes.
And pulling rugs.
Pulling rugs. We had to make sure that the rugs matched the pillows, and there was a lot of pulling rugs.
So the finished product is one that is apartment 404. If you've not seen it, we encourage you to come by and see this. We're actually have a resident moving into this at the end of the year, so we'll be breaking it down in the 4th quarter. So come on out and see this. Fabulous, fabulous space. Tell us about this kitchen.
This kitchen was awesome. We decided to do an upgraded appliance package in this kitchen to really showcase that somebody who cooks a lot and is could have a really decked out kitchen like they might have at home. So we were able to upgrade the appliances. We wanted to do something fun in there as well, as you saw in the previous photo. We wanted to do some open shelving. And then also try something a little different with the microwave, which do a microwave pull-out drawer, which you see in this photo here, which is great, especially for senior living. It's just so convenient.
So this has 2 bedrooms. You chose to keep the primary suite as a bedroom, and then the second bedroom you did as a den, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And there's the den there.
It's very spacious too.
Yeah. Beautiful art. Great job.
Yeah, the art was all local too. We were able to find all of the art locally, and with the help of a few other designers. And it's
well, this new resident is going to love this space, and you did some specialty things. Tell us about this mirror.
Yeah, so we wanted to do something special in the primary bathroom, and we decided to go with a lighted mirror. Which woman doesn't love a lighted mirror? You can do your makeup in there. And so we just thought that would be a great little upgrade for the primary suite. And it's a big showstopper when folks walk into that bathroom.
Yeah. I applaud you for the closet design that you do and that you build. Tell us more about closets at the Hallmark.
Yeah, so what you see here, every walk-in closet comes standard with a built-in with drawers and adjustable shelves. In this particular one, we decided to add a shoe shelf as well, a shoe built-in as well in this one. And this is great because if you can't bring a piece of furniture that's holding all of these contents, at least you can still bring the contents and have a place to put them. So every walk-in closet comes standard with a built-in with drawers and adjustable shelves.
Yeah. And this has a nice office. Not all of our apartments have this much space. Some even have more. So I know you're working on some designs more now that are much, much larger than even this one.
Yeah, so this is actually a smaller office, but we decided to do a built-in desk and some built-in bookshelves just to show folks what's possible in one of these offices. And you can see it's still a very roomy space, even though it's probably only about an 8 by 10 size room. But you could, we were able to fit a 2-person desk and beautiful bookshelves, floor to ceiling bookshelves.
Yeah, so that's a dual workstation along with custom cabinetry that you can put files in that drawer. So, and then finally the laundry room.
Yeah, so we wanted to make this laundry room special. So we added a backsplash. And of course, it's got a utility sink, which is normally considered an upgrade. But we wanted it to just feel like you were, in the suds or in the ocean, maybe. So we really made this special by adding the backsplash to that and the beautiful champagne brass hardware to it. To
Well,
just
it's
give it a
worth
little bit.
seeing. And again, I invite you out to come see this. It's a beautiful space. So now what I thought we would do is to share with you a couple residences and share with you a little bit about the people that you worked with, Maria, with this. This is Jane and Bill Lee's apartment. And Jane and Bill, I've known them now for years, and they have moved here and love this space. And I'll let you walk us through this. This is a Galveston style, so similar to the model that we just saw, but a different layout, correct?
Yes, it's just slightly smaller. But it's interesting because the Lees, when they reserved this apartment, it was actually already completely finished. So I had selected all of the color options and the selections for this apartment. And when Jane saw it, she loved it. She didn't want to really change anything about it. Although she did want to add her personal touches and install her own chandelier, and they did want to replicate a few items from their home. So you can see in this photo, they decided that they wanted to purchase their own chandelier, which we had our electricians install. And you can see it there. And then she also had this beautiful built-in in her office that obviously she couldn't take with her. And they couldn't take it with them, but they really wanted something similar built in their living room. And so along with a photo and a few little sketches that she kind of drew on a napkin, really, we were able to replicate that built-in, and you can see it right there. It's gorgeous. And this is very similar to what was in her office at home.
I'm impressed how much space is in this. This is a large living room space.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this built-in is probably maybe 9-10 feet wide. So it's a pretty big built-in and a pretty big space. So it looks gorgeous in there.
I've been in this in their residence, and they have this specialty TV that just she has art that just changes. It's gorgeous with that. So they love that space.
Mhm.
So again, there's another angle from the closer to that built-in, looking back towards the dining room, and then they have an office, and some people choose to build out that office with lots of bookcases. The Lees chose to do something different, correct?
Yes, so the Lees decided they did not want to do built-ins in the office, although they really liked the built-ins in 404. They really wanted to bring a lot of their furniture pieces with them. And so you can see in this photo, they brought their own desk, their own file drawers, and they're able to display all of their furniture that they want in there, which is an option as well.
Yeah. So this is the second bedroom. This is a 2-bedroom residence. They have a beautiful view. You can see the Williams Tower from there. But this is their second bedroom, and then leading into the second bath. And again, your baths are fantastic. Just I know you have many of them walk-in showers.
Yes, and one thing I wanted to mention, and when you showed that picture of the bedroom, is we have very large bedrooms. That was a guest bedroom that you saw there, and you can actually fit a king size bed with nightstands in there if you wanted to. So it's very large bedroom, and that's the guest bedroom. And you could also in the living room, you saw how much furniture they actually had, and it didn't look, overly done there or didn't look packed, but very large bedrooms and very large living and dining spaces we have in all of our large apartments.
So speaking of large bedrooms, this is a really nice. That's a king size bed. Is that correct?
That's a king size bed, and she's got larger nightstands, as you can see on both sides, and an area for a chair and ottoman. So again, this is the primary bedroom, so it's much bigger than the guest as well. So.
That high boy is a little smaller than the one you saw in North Carolina.
Little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, and they have a double vanity sink, nice walk-in shower.
Yeah, so she really wanted a space actually to be able to sit down and put on her makeup. And obviously this apartment was completely ready. So in this particular apartment, we did something really fun, really different. But we decided to do a built-in sit-down vanity in the closet. So she was able to give up about 40 inches of hanging space. And she really loved that lighted mirror in 404, and she wanted to do that at her vanity. And so we were able to find one that was a right size to fit that area. And we kind of just sketched it up on paper and built it. And it just turned out to be so awesome. It looks so good.
Yeah. And then they have a washer and dryer.
That's right.
Vanity room.
One of the features that
utility closet, not vanity, but utility closet.
Yes.
One of the features that I keep noticing that I love are the pocket doors, which really add to the spaciousness of the layouts.
Yes, we try to do pocket doors wherever we can. We like to keep swing doors in bedrooms, or at least the primary bedroom, just because of privacy. But even in our bathrooms and laundry rooms, we purchase hardware that have locks on them for privacy. But anytime we can avoid a door swing, we do. And it really helps with the floor plan to create the best floor plan that's going to maximize the space. So.
Okay, now we're going to move on to a Fort Worth style, a little smaller than the Lees, but very, very spacious plan. And tell us, this is another special resident, Hope Wilmarth, that's part of that has this residence. So we're going to show some of it furnished and some non-furnished. So
yes, I loved working with Hope because she's a very creative person, and she had the opportunity to really work with me on this apartment at the floor plan stage. And she had a lot of ideas of what she wanted to see. Some of her ideas were to pick out her own hardware, which you can see not standard hardware, but she was able to purchase exactly what she wanted, and we were able to install it. She also wanted to do two-tone cabinets in her kitchen, which is kind of all the rage right now. And you can't tell too much in this photo, but she did a slightly different upper cabinet and lower cabinet as well, and color difference there you can see.
now, does she select the appliances, or is that something that comes standard? Is this an upgrade or?
So what you see here is our standard package, which you get a range with a glass top, microwave above the range, a side-by-side refrigerator with water and ice at the door, and then a standard 24-inch dishwasher. And the way we decide kind of the quality of the appliances is when you think of kind of the good, better, best package, we always select a better package. So we get really good, we purchase really good quality appliances for our standard packages.
Yeah. Close up of that specialty hardware that she had.
It's very unique. And this is really interesting. She wanted to do a built-in in the living room, and she was in love with this blue sofa that she had just purchased for her new apartment. And she said, I want the built-in to be the same color as the sofa. So she brought me a swatch of that, and we found the perfect blue to match. And she purchased that hardware, and I'd say it's a pretty good match.
Very good match.
Yeah. And you can see she's got a lot of art, and she's a very creative lady, and she's got a lot of her own art pieces too. And we'll show you in a second what she did in her primary bedroom.
Now, did she bring the vendor in for this, or did you provide the vendor to do that specialty cabinet work there?
No, so our general contractors do all the cabinetry work, and they did this piece, and it turned out to be so beautiful. Looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually Hope's creative kind of corner here, and she decided to do this room in the primary bedroom, which is the larger bedroom, and she chose the guest bedroom as her regular sleeping area. And you can see here all her artwork is hanging up here, but she has tons of space to do her sewing, to do her quilting. It really is just a wonderful, wonderful space to have her art room there. And then she did upgrade. She did some modifications in this bathroom where she wanted to do a deep utility sink in the guest or in the primary bathroom so that she could wash her paintbrushes and just kind of have an easier workspace there for her art room.
So that's right as part of this primary suite.
Yes.
She has that large bathroom and all the cabinetry that goes with it. So outstanding.
Yes.
And then this is her bedroom.
And then this is her bedroom, which is actually the guest bedroom. And it's this little bit smaller floor plan than what we previously saw on 404 or the Galveston. However, she has a queen size bed, a good size nightstand, and a chair and a dresser in there. So still a very good sized room for a bedroom.
Do you find that most people can fit a king size bed in our bedrooms?
Yes, like I mentioned before, our bedrooms are very large. So 99% of all of our larger floor plans, you're able to fit a king size bed and 2 nightstands.
Yeah.
So very large bedrooms.
And I even know in one of our smallest style accommodations, which is a little under 800 feet.
That's right.
The king size bed fits fine in that as well. So
that's right. That's right.
Here are a few more apartment features that I've added in here. Tell us about this kitchen here.
Well, I love this kitchen, number one, because you can see the beautiful views. This particular resident wanted really high ceilings. And actually on this particular floor, we were able to do it in the kitchen. And so she did custom cabinets to have extra storage cabinets above her regular cabinets. She did do an upgraded appliance package in this particular apartment because she wanted a warming drawer. And so you can see to the right, next to the dishwasher, we have a warming drawer there that can be controlled from the range. And so she wanted to do some extra special things in here. We were able to give her that.
Boy, this is, I've seen this in person. This is fabulous. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so one of our best selling items is built-ins, as you can see, and you saw in the previous photos. And this particular resident wanted to replicate a piece that she had made in her previous home, and she couldn't bring the piece. It was too big. So she sent us a few photos as she lived out of town. And we were able to get with the carpenter, and he was able to replicate this piece. And we added LED strip lighting in this built-in because she wanted to display a lot of her crystal and some trinkets and other figurines in there, and wanted to make them really shine. And when she saw this in person after it was built, she said it was actually better than the one in her original home. So we were really proud of this piece in particular.
That's fantastic. So, and then a fireplace, are those gas logs?
No, this is an electric fireplace, which the resident was able to go and personally select this fireplace insert. So we do a lot of electric fireplaces, as we saw in the photos before. Our masterpiece apartment 404 has an electric fireplace as well. But she wanted something very specific. She wanted drawers below. She wanted adjustable shelves for more figurines and some books. And she wanted to be able to mount a TV above that mantle, very similar to what she has at home. And so we were able to put this together for her. And again, she was wowed when she moved in, and she just thought it looked much better than she expected. And so
beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yes.
They also did some custom work in the bedroom.
Yes. So again, more built-ins. They wanted to be able to display some fun little items at top with the glass shelving, but also you have some bookcases for books. So we were kind of able to do a combo there for them in the guest bedroom.
So I hope these pictures have been able to show some of the talents of Maria and her team, but also give you a good understanding that people can do a lot of customization, a lot of personalization. So there are two ways to select a residence at the Hallmark. And one is when somebody selects something that's move-in ready, as you said, Jane and Bill Lee did. You had that apartment that was complete and done and ready, and they came in and made a few minor changes. Or we, from time to time, have apartments that we're going to completely renovate, and that gives people the opportunity to really do some personalization that they would like. So walk us through both of those, starting with that move-in ready.
So move-in ready is just exactly what it means, is that apartment is ready for someone to move in and take possession that day. There are other things that folks have the opportunity to do when they select a move-in ready apartment. If they want to have some built-ins put in before they move in, like we saw there, an electric fireplace in that previous photo, that apartment was a move-in ready apartment, and they wanted those extra built-ins, so they can do that. If they want to paint the colors a different, or the walls a different color, or maybe even just do an accent wall, add wallpaper, or anything else to the apartment that they would like to do to really personalize it, they have the opportunity to do that in a move-in ready apartment before they take possession.
So generally, you sit down with our counselors, Donna Giorgio or Lane Gowdy, and they can show you what we have. If we have anything that's move-in ready, we happen to have some right now. And so a person can select that. They generally move in within 1 month to 3 months. So that oftentimes people select it, they reserve it, and then they go back and prepare for their move and perhaps sell their home, and work with Maria to do some minor customization that's there. From that, folks can also renovate an apartment. So when we find that one is not ready, meaning that we've had someone move out and we know we're going to go in and do some major renovations, this is where you sit down and help people with what they select. So walk us through that.
Yeah, so this is a really fun process.
We lost Maria for a second.
There
we go. We got you back. Macy, are you still there?
I'm still here. I think Maria just froze up a couple of seconds, so we might have to ask her to back up and start her explanation of this option when she comes back to us.
Okay, I'm
Maria,
back.
we have you back. Okay.
Almost.
Concept plans that we have ready for folks when they reserve an apartment that needs renovation. But sometimes if they come early enough in the process, they can decide, hey, maybe I don't want that a pocket door to be, I want it to be a swing door, or I want to move this wall maybe a foot backwards and make my guest bedroom a little bit bigger or smaller. So sometimes they have the opportunity to work on the floor plans. And then of course, they always have the opportunity, depending on how far we are in the process, to make selections, picking out their cabinet colors, their wall colors, their flooring. So all of those fun things, their backsplashes, kind of like I have behind me now. So they have the opportunity to do a lot in there, upgrade modifications, like electrical, so adding additional lighting and things of that nature. And then of course, other upgrades that they really want to see in their apartments. So it's a very fun process.
Marie, we lost you for a second there. We have you back, obviously, but we missed, you generally work with a local architect who takes this space and really puts together a nice plan on paper, and you work off of that in the beginning, correct?
That's correct. Because, construction drawings can be extremely overwhelming and intimidating. So what we offer is folks is a marketing packet of drawings that really simplifies things for folks. And they get to see a furniture plan, they get to see a reflective ceiling plan that shows lighting and elevations of what their cabinetry will look like. So some plans that are easy to understand that we take them through, and when we get those plans from a local architect that draws those up for us.
Yeah, it's an impressive process. So I encourage you to come in and get to know us better, get to know Donna and Lane. And should you make a selection, then we introduce you to Maria and you take it from there. So your design center, again, lots and lots of samples. If somebody doesn't find exactly what they want, can they bring their own pieces? How does that work?
We have a very robust design center. It's very few times that I've had someone select something that was not in our design center. But if somebody brings something, specialty item in that they want that we don't have in the design center, we work with a lot of local suppliers. So oftentimes I try to find something that looks similar Or if we have to go to that particular supplier where they, purchase that sample, we can do that too. So
I'm thinking of like a light fixture. If somebody has a specialty chandelier, can you help them to get that in?
absolutely. So we offer standard chandeliers and pendant lighting, but if somebody wants something very specific, we usually advise them to purchase it, and then our electricians will install it before they move in.
I got you. So again, lots of colors, lots of finishes to choose from. Very nice appliance package. And there's Donna and Lane and their telephone number. Encourage you to give them a call and come see what we offer and see. Not only do we have that one model, we have several models, and seeing is believing. I think people get a really good feel. Oftentimes people come and they just say, well, just give me some time in this space, and they've got their tape measure and pen, pad and paper, and they're taking notes. So it's a great way to get to know that residence even better. So Maria, thank you for that. Let's dive into some questions. Macy, have you had any come through on the chat?
Just one so far. So would you like to start with the questions that your team already knew might be coming up, and then we can move on to any questions from the audience? And if anyone's still listening would like to submit a question, you can use the chat feature at the bottom of the webinar for that. Yeah, I'm going to flip it back. I asked Donna and Lane today, so what would be some good questions you'd like for us to cover tonight on this webinar? And they submitted several. One question, are there upgrades not permitted, such as like gas appliances and gas ranges? And we talked about the fireplace there. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we don't have gas in this building, so we can't offer gas fireplaces or gas range. But we do have alternatives for that, and those seem to work really well.
Okay. Generally, how long does it take to renovate a residence? So if somebody picked out one and wanted to go through the full renovation where the architect's involved, how long does that take to do that renovation?
It generally takes about 3 to 4 months, depending on the size of the apartment. So it generally takes about 3 to 4 months once we start construction. The process itself, from floor planning all the way to move in, can take a little longer, maybe up to 6 or 7 months, depending on how long it takes us to go through the process.
If a person does upgrades and then they choose to then move to a different apartment, do they take their upgrades with them?
No. So if you upgrade your flooring into the bedrooms, you can't ship it away and take it with you. Mainly it applies to appliances, let's say. So if you upgrade your refrigerator, it usually will remain in that same residence, and we will continue to maintain it there.
And then last question, if they have their favorite general contractor, can that person come in and do work with us?
We have our own general contractors that work in our building. So our general contractors who build our apartments, our plumbers, our electricians, our HVAC crew, those are all Hallmark vetted trades that work specifically on our apartments. However, if someone has a wonderful carpentry company that built all of their custom cabinets at home and they would prefer them to build their upgraded built-ins, we're happy to vet those folks and make sure they have all of the things that they need to work in our building, and they can build their built-ins off-site and install when ready. So we've worked with several carpenters that have built built-ins off-site, and we've been able to assist them to get those in for sure.
Okay. Macy, any other questions?
Yes. So one question that's come in chat is, are there any updates about Uptown Oaks, which was the planned high-rise building as part of the Hallmark's expansion?
Yeah, the decision was made by the board several months ago not to proceed at this time on Uptown Oaks. Mm-hmm. And I say at this time, it's probably going to be years and years before they would do that. Let the market settle out and let construction pricing settle out some. So that decision was made, and we have a number of people that were looking to move to Uptown Oaks. Now we're going to move into our building. Now we're just met with residents today about renovations that we're going to be doing to our building that we were going to do along with Uptown Oaks. So we're making plans now for those renovations to start soon. So more time to come before we're going to do Uptown Oaks, but one day it likely will happen.
Well, in the meantime, lots to look forward to.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
All right. Is that it, Macy, for questions?
No more questions.
Okay.
But yeah, this
Maria, thank you. This has
You're
been a
so
great,
welcome. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me on. I'm delighted to be here.
well, you do great work and we appreciate all that you do. And I encourage you to come out and see us. Just give us a call. I'll put that back up on the screen. Reach out to Donna or Elaine and they'd be glad to speak with you. So we look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.